Does God pray to God?
Did God pray to God?
Yeah, does God pray to God?
How can God?
Doesn't make sense. You're right. So here, Jesus went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, "Oh my Father, if it is possible, let this cup
You're
pass
reading
from
Matthew.
me." Yeah, I am Matthew.
Just before he died.
Okay.
Before he got on the cross.
Okay.
They were crucifying him.
Okay.
That's why he had to pray.
So, but he was
So
not. So if he was God on earth, how can God pray to God?
You can pray to God.
You just said God can't pray to God, and now you're saying
Jesus.
So Jesus is not God then.
No, what I'm saying is, I pray to God as well.
You're not God. That makes
That's
sense.
it,
I agree. I pray to God. I'm not
I
God.
know, but before he was crucified,
Okay.
he was saying to his Father,
Okay.
because of the troubles in his heart and the pain that he had to go through
Okay.
before they nailed him on the cross.
Okay.
And that prayer is
So what was he saying? Was he saying, "Can you take this away from me?"
Take the cup away.
Yeah. If it's possible, let this cup pass from me. Take this cup away from me. Take this hardship away, right?
The cup he's talking about, the pain.
Okay. So now, are you saying he's God at that time?
He's saying that if it's possible.
Doesn't make sense,
No.
does it?
He's saying that if it's possible to take the cup away.
Who's he praying to?
To the Father.
So is the Father more powerful than Jesus?
No, they're both the same.
So he's praying to himself then?
Why not?
Earlier you said God doesn't
No,
pray to God. That doesn't
All
make
I'm saying
sense.
to you-
Now you're saying
No,
God's
no.
praying to God.
All I'm saying to you.
Switch on.
No, stop.
Go ahead.
All I'm saying to you, that when he kneeled down before the cross, he was saying to his Father, is it possible to remove the cup from me?
So God was praying to God.
Yes.
But you just said God doesn't pray to
Alright,
God.
No. Because he was on the earth.
Oh, so he was
That's
not
the
God
difference.
then.
He was on the earth as human form.
So he was not
That's
God
he's
then.
teaching us.
So on earth was he God?
Wait,
You're not answering the
teaching
question.
us to pray when you're in trouble, when you're in pain, when you're going through all this stuff. You kneel down and say, Lord, remove that pain, or you might have to go through that pain. And Jesus had to go through that pain.
Can I ask you just
with a nail?
Can I ask you just to be honest with yourself for a second? You know it doesn't make sense.
It does make sense.
Okay.
Explain how it makes sense.
God
praying to
you're
God.
in trouble.
No, not the aspect of us calling out to God.
You're in trouble. You ain't going through pain.
Can God be in trouble?
You're suffering. You're going to go through what they plan to do, or the enemy trying to plan something against
I'm
you.
with you, but
You've got to beg God and say, Lord, I'm going to go through this.
we're on the same page.
Good.
Lord, I'm going to go through this.
Sure.
Please remove this pain from me. Or He might remove it for you, or you have to go through this pain.
But does God need to do this?
Huh?
Is God in trouble? Does God need to call out to God?
No, He was on the earth.
Great, so he was a man.
So he was not God then.
Jesus was a man.
Tang you.
Okay. So just to be agreed.
That's why I said to you
On
from the beginning.
no. You said he was fully God.
That's why I said to you, he came down from a human form.
So he stopped being God?
God is up there, and Jesus came down in human form.
Okay, good. We're making progress here.
Getting there.
So when he was here in human form, was he God at that time?
He was God all the time.
So then God was praying to God then.
Why not?
You just said earlier, but I know you would, you're not God. Listen, hold on.
Listen.
You said earlier that God praying to God makes no sense.
Okay,
You said
I'm
that.
sorry for this mistake.
Well, that was a mistake, or that was real.
No, because he's
I
praying to
know.
the Father. He's praying to the Father, and
Okay.
he was going through the pain before they crucify him. That's why.
Let me ask you one simple question, very simple. Okay, when Jesus was on earth, was he fully God?
Yes.
Okay. Now, remember you said that.
Yes.
Okay. Does God know everything?
Of course, he knows every one of us.
Excellent. But of that day and hour, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father.
He's talking about his second coming.
Exactly. So he does not know when it is. It says.
Jesus did not know, only the Father.
Okay, but you just said God knows everything.
Of course, why not?
So
But
Jesus
the
not
thing is,
knowing, by
well,
your
you know what?
definition,
God is the boss.
so God the Father
Whatever
or
he
Jesus?
order, whatever he...
I'm confused now.
Which God?
Which God are we
God.
talking about?
Heaven.
Father.
Okay, not Son.
Yes.
He's the boss,
He's the boss.
not Jesus.
Well,
You're
Jesus
confused.
came as
We should
human
worship the
form.
boss then, isn't it?
I'm sorry?
Jesus came as human
Okay.
form.
On earth was he God,
Yes, he is. Jesus
but
is
he
God.
didn't know the hour.
Do not know the hour, no.
So you said God knows everything.
Just like you go to work.
Okay.
Just like you go to work, you have a manager. He
Yeah.
knows everything.
Yes.
You don't know everything.
I'm not the manager. I'm an
No,
employee.
if you're a second manager,
Okay, I'm the second manager, not the manager.
the top manager,
Yes,
he doesn't have to tell you everything.
that's true. But that means the manager is higher than me.
That's it.
So you're saying the Father is higher than Jesus.
Yeah, well, he's the boss.
So Father is the boss, not Jesus.
It's his second role.
Second role. So he's number two.
charge.
He's second. What about the Holy Spirit? Is he number 3 or number 2? He's lower. He's lower.
Holy Spirit that lead you and tell you things.
Okay.
Before
So
something
as
happens.
second in charge, can you give me the like kind of the breakdown? So there's God the Father according to your belief. Then there is Jesus the Son. Then there's the Holy Spirit. Then where do the angels come into play?
Angels are the part of administration.
Okay, they're the lower
They-
then. Eh?
They see what's going on around the world.
Okay.
And they tell God, oh, this person, or what the enemy is doing, that
Okay.
devil in the gate of
But
hell.
who's higher, Jesus on earth or the angels?
I told you, the Father is he's the boss.
Okay, and then after him?
Jesus came down on
Okay.
earth. Because don't forget, in the book of Genesis, he's God and he's still the Father.
Okay.
And then in the Old Testament, you got Jesus coming down. And then the third one, in the book of Acts, he
Okay.
leaves the Holy Spirit to the disciples.
But we see Jesus who was made a little lower than angels.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get this here cleared a bit.
So now I'm confused. Because you said Jesus is higher than even
Wait,
the
wait, wait. No,
look
wait.
at that smile. You know that smile means you just got caught, right? I might as well drop these mics right now. Bam, right? Look.
Wait, let me see.
Go ahead, see, please. I swear it's the first time you read the Bible.
Look lower
Than angels,
than angel.
which contradicts everything you just said.
For the suffering, death, crown of glory, and honor, that by the grace of God might taste death. He's talking about,
Talking about Jesus being lower than angels.
no.
I can read English pretty all right, you know. I went to kindergarten, you know, so I'm not gonna. Go ahead. Your whole Trinity just fell apart right now. Your whole hierarchy fell apart too, from your own Bible.
No, I
No?
think that Jesus was talking about,
The reason you're smiling
no.
is because you know you're wrong.
No, he's talking about,
Okay, what's he talking about? Go ahead.
She's trying.
wait,
Biting the lip.
Look. Let me give you a solution. Are you willing to get us? I'm trying to help you out.
no, because what
No.
happened is,
All right.
the angel
I tried.
Keep digging. Yeah.
All right.
communicate with God because
Okay.
he's the boss.
Okay.
Every administration.
So Jesus didn't
workplace-
communicate with God?
No, you think administration and workplace,
Right.
Go ahead.
they have to go to the boss. They have to go to the second
Okay.
manager.
Gotcha.
And the second manager has to go
So
to the boss.
is the second manager lower than the employees?
No.
But Jesus was made lower than angels. It's your book.